Hello all, I am PW Imre working as an assistant professor at Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon in Mechanical Engineering Department. Today we will discuss about vapor absorption refrigeration system. So this is a part of unit number 2. Now let's have a discussion about vapor absorption refrigeration system. Now the vapor absorption refrigeration system is one of the oldest method of producing refrigerating effect. So actually there are two refrigeration system. One is vapor compression refrigeration system and another one is vapor absorption refrigeration system. So in previous one, the refrigeration effect which we are getting is by absorbing the vapor, and in this case refrigeration effect which we are getting is by absorption of vapor. Okay, that's why it is known as vapor absorption refrigeration system. So this system is usually used for domestic as well as large industrial refrigeration plant. So whenever refrigeration effect which is required is more, then we are going for vapor absorption refrigeration system. Now the vapor absorption system uses heat energy instead of mechanical energy, as in case of vapor compression system. So in vapor compression system, we are using compressor. Instead of that, here compressor is replaced by absorber, pump, generator and pressure reducing valve. Okay, this component in the vapor absorption system perform the same function as that of compressor. Means which components? Absorber, pump, generator and pressure reducing valve. So in short, compressor is replaced by this all these components. Okay. Now next is, in this system vapor refrigerant from the evaporator is drawn into an absorber where it is absorbed by the weak solution of the refrigerant, forming a strong solution. This strong solution is pumped to the generator where it is heated by some external source, and during the heating process the vapor refrigerant is driven out by the solution and enters into condenser where it is liquefied. The liquid refrigerant then flows into evaporator and the cycle is completed. Okay, so we'll take the reference of this diagram and then I will read the statement step by step. So in this system, the vapor refrigerant from the evaporator. So where is evaporator? This is evaporator. So vapor refrigerant from the evaporator is drawn into an absorber. So vapor refrigerant, low pressure ammonia vapor. Here the refrigerant is ammonia. It is drawn into an absorber. Okay, where it is absorbed by weak solution of the refrigerant, forming a strong solution. So it is absorbed by the weak solution. Weak solution here which we are using is water. Okay, water as a absorbing medium. So refrigerant will be absorbed by the water and strong solution is formed. Then this strong solution is pumped to the generator where it is heated by some external source. Now this strong solution is going to where? Generator. Now in generator it is heated by using steam or heating coil. Okay, and strong solution will be pumped by using pump. Okay, it is pumped by using the pump and then it is going to generator. In generator it is heated and it is separate out. What is separate out? Ammonia as a, which we are using as a refrigerant will be separate out and it is going to where? Condenser. Okay, now this refrigerant which we have separated out from the water, that water will get again as a weak solution because concentration of refrigerant is less or there will not be no concentration. So that's why whatever may be the refrigerant which we are getting, that is high pressure ammonia vapor, it is going to condenser. Okay, now this strong solution is pumped to the generator where it is heated by some external source. During heating process, vapor refrigerant is driven out by the solution and enters into condenser where it is liquefied. So in condenser we are doing condensation. Okay. Thus the liquid refrigerant then flow to the evaporator and the cycle is completed. Now you can see the diagram. Now see, that is what the working of simple vapor absorption system. It consists of, we'll see how is it working again in detail. It consists of absorber, pump, generator with pressure reducing valve to replace the compressor, and other components are condenser, receiver, expansion valve and evaporator. Means we are replacing compressor by pump where it is located. This is pump. Okay. Then next one is generator and pressure reducing valve. Generator, okay, and pressure reducing valve. Pressure reducing valve is required to reduce the pressure, okay, because if pressure is low, then and then only it will absorb what? Ammonia vapor, okay. Then the other components are condenser, receiver, expansion valve and evaporator as in the vapor compression system. So only compressor is replaced by the pump, generator and pressure reducing valve. Now how is it working in detail? The low pressure ammonia vapor leaving the evaporator. Here you see low pressure ammonia vapor leaving the evaporator enters the absorber where it is absorbed by the cold water. So here it is cold water. So to maintain the temperature of water low, we are using again here one circuit is given. That is what cooling water circuit. Okay. The low pressure ammonia vapor leaving the evaporator enters the absorber where it is absorbed by the cold water. The absorber. The water has the ability to absorb very large quantities of ammonia vapor. Thus, solution is formed known as aqua ammonia. Now again, water which is a which have low temperature has the capacity to absorb or ability to absorb very large quantities of ammonia vapor, and solution which is formed is known as aqua ammonia. The absorption of ammonia vapor in the water lowers the pressure in the absorber, which in turn draws the more ammonia vapor. Absorption of ammonia vapor in the water lowers the pressure in the absorber. Now, because of absorption of ammonia in the absorber by water, it lowers the pressure in the absorber, which in turn draws the more ammonia vapor from the evaporator. Okay. Now, because of absorption of that ammonia, which is coming from the evaporator, it lowers the pressure and which in turn draws the more ammonia vapor from the evaporator and thus raises the temperature of solution. Okay. So some form of cooling arrangement is usually provided, that is known as water cooling, is employed in the absorber to remove the heat of solution involved there. This is necessary in order to increase the absorption capacity of water because at higher temperature water absorbs less ammonia. So to increase the absorption capacity we use cooling arrangement. Okay. The solution which is formed in the absorber is pumped to the generator by the liquid pump. The pump increases the pressure of solution up to 10 bar. Now here, whatever solution which we have formed in absorber will be pumped to the generator up to 10 bar pressure. Okay. The strong solution of ammonia in the generator is heated by some external source like gas or steam. During the heating process, the ammonia vapor is driven out the solution at high pressure, leaving behind the hot, weak ammonia solution in the generator. Now here, what happens in generator? This strong solution. Why it is strong solution? Because the concentration of ammonia vapor, that is refrigerant, is more. It is separated in the generator. So generator is used to separate the ammonia refrigerant from the water. Okay. Now, whatever may be the refrigerant which we have separated out, that refrigerant is going to condenser. Okay. Now in condenser what happens? Again we have to use some cooling media. Okay. So in vapor absorption we are using water as a cooling media. In vapor compression generally it is cooled by air. Okay. So here condensation is taking place. Now we are getting liquid ammonia. Okay. At the end of condenser we are getting liquid ammonia. But till it has some pressure. Okay. Now this liquid ammonia will be received by receiver, then it is going to expansion wall. Expansion wall is used to reduce the pressure. Okay, now temperature we have reduced at the end of condenser, pressure we have reduced by using expansion wall. That's why low pressure, low temperature ammonia will enter into evaporator. Now in evaporator, the heat in evaporator refrigerant will be in liquid condition and it will get converted into vapor. So we are getting low pressure ammonia vapor at the end of evaporator. So evaporator is used to get refrigeration effect or cooling effect. Okay, so it will absorb the heat from the system or uh, from the space. Okay, and that refrigerant will get evaporated. And this is what the simple vapor absorption system. So why it is known as vapor absorption system? Because in absorber a refrigerant will be absorbed by some other medium, that is here in this case it is a water. Okay, that's why refrigeration effect which we are producing, that is by vapor absorption. Okay, and this completes the simple vapor absorption system. Now here again I will read it. This weak solution flows back to absorber at low pressure after passing through the pressure reducing wall. The high pressure ammonia vapor from the generator is condensed in the condenser to the high pressure liquid ammonia, and this liquid ammonia is passed through the expansion wall, through the receiver and then to the evaporator, and this completes the simple vapor absorption cycle. Okay.